Welcome back to the second game of the day, live here from the Lugogo Cricket Oval. The Titans taking on the Thunder. A thrilling first game that saw the Thunder prevail over the Titans on the last ball of the day. Maria Nyende Kagoya, the hero in that chase for me. She came out there and scored a very, very brave 10 runs that helped her team win the game. In the second game again, the Titans won the toss and elected to bat first. Irene Alomo opened the bowling for the Thunder from the Ginger Road end. Shakira Sadiq is opening the batting for the Titans. The umpires out in the middle, Mukwaya Shama and Patrick Makumbi, who's standing at the bowler's end. Good ball there by Irene to start it off, but Rachel Ntono powers that. Keeps chase Janet Mbabazi. She's able to carry it off and they'll pick up 2 runs. Very heavy outfield. Rachel Ntono, a very, very good player. Those kind of deliveries were used to get her out when we were in Botswana. I don't know, maybe it's the nerves of international cricket, but she's a very, very good player. She scores a lot of runs locally, but she's yet to translate that form into international cricket. But I know she just needs a little motivation. She's a very, very, very good player. And especially in T20 cricket, she's very explosive, has the ability to hit over the top. But we saw from that first delivery that she can also hit very hard along the ground. If it was a quicker outfield, I am certain that ball would have run away for 4. But these are the kind of matchups you want in this elite league. Rachel Ntono facing one of the best bowlers in ladies cricket, Irina Rumo. And the challenge is on for her to make sure she's doing well. Wild swing there from Rachel. I don't think the ball was there for the slog. Shadows the same shot, but I'm sure that it was not on. A more conventional shot would have been a better option. Interesting, Irina Rumo bowling from right arm round. Maybe she's trying to make the angle difficult. Try and work with the angle to deceive the batters. Someone is standing in sleep. I don't know much about their catching. but I'm thinking if the ball comes off very fast, they take a quick one because Janet is standing so far back. They're able to make it home. These two openers have worked hard together. They played together for quite some time. Shakira and Rachel. Oh, fortune favors the brave. Let's see what the umpire will indicate. But that ball will go all the way for 4. Shakira Sadiq able to get some boundary. Irene, a touch expensive for someone who should be helping you at the top of the. She needs to give you a very good start, making some inroads in that batting lineup. But if she's giving away runs, then it doesn't help your cause. Good ball, good comeback ball there from Irina Rumo. And not a bad over to start off for the Titans. They get 7 runs off it. Eunice Kobusinje bowling from the tail end. One of the few left-arm bowlers in this country, especially ladies cricket. She can be a little bit expensive, but she's very, very aggressive. She likes to attack that wicket. And you hope that she'll be able to pick up a few wickets in this game. As I was mentioning, you can see because she tries to bowl, because she's a very attacking bowler and tries to bowl a lot of deliveries up front, so that she can be able to use either the arm or some swing. She tends to bowl very full deliveries a lot of times. Exactly, that's a very good delivery, and picks up wicket. Shakira is given out, and I was still mentioning that because she attacks the wicket and she tries to get the swing. Shakira beaten by this by the swing of the ball in the air, losing her wicket this time. She's not able to make good connection. Given out by the umpire, Shama Mukaya. Good ball in there from Eunice Kobusinje, never afraid to try and bowl the ball up. Even if sometimes she will come off with full tosses, but she always makes sure that she's right up there in your business. And now she makes Shakira her business by picking up that wicket. OBW. Shakira very casual in her attempt to play that shot, and unfortunately losing her wicket. The first wicket there for the Titans. The first for the Thunder, the 8 runs, 8 for 1. Umpire Mukwaya Shama takes his time, but adjusts that to be a wide. The new batter for the Titans is Timong Patricia. Oh, very good bowling there from Eunice Kobusinje. Timong Patricia beaten by the angle of the ball. I feel that the slip, and that's Mildred. She's probably around third slip. With the way Eunice is, she needs to move close to Maria Nyende. Probably can slip. There from Eunice, she's making sure she uses angle very well to beat the batters. Good start by the Thunder. They've already picked up a wicket. And beautiful stuff there from Eunice Kobusinje. She picks up a wicket and only gives away 2 runs. Good over there. Irene Alumu had gone for a couple in her first, but Eunice is able to keep it very tight. The Titans 9 for 1. and the Thunder are still keeping it very tidy. Janet Mbabas did a good job with her team in the first innings. Away a lot of stuff and nothing to hit, so therefore they were able to keep it very tight. Good shot there from Rachel Ntono, and a good fielding effort out there in the deep. Fielder is able to put in some work, diving and cutting off that delivery to keep it to just 2 runs. Rachel Ntono, sort of an enigma, scores a lot of runs locally, but she has not yet scored those many runs for the Victoria Powers, and I'm sure that is something that bothers a lot of our coaches because she's such a brilliant player, especially at the top of the innings. A good shot there. They take a quick one chance, but they want to get another. Maria Nyende, the backup, was sleeping. Maria Nyende cut off the delivery for 2, and they were able to take it. Hits hard, Rachel. But just went straight to the returning Scovia Kelo, who is in that short cover region. I don't know why Irene Alomo is bowling from this end. I feel she should be more efficient and comfortable. She was bowling from right arm over. And Anayo puts that down. Was easier to take the catch, but somehow she finds a way of dropping that. Went straight to her, but she was uncomfortable. Anayo not happy with herself, but that was a very simple opportunity and a big offer from a big player, and an offer from a big player, Rachel Ntono. In the morning, she was one of the biggest run getters for the Titans. I'm sure if they had taken her right now, they could have been in business, the Thunder. But Christine Anayo unable to hold on to that one. Must tell you, from what I've seen on day one, the catching has not been very, very good, especially from the Thunder. They put down a couple of chances in their first inning, and now they've already put down Rachel Ntono. Not very, very pretty to see. End of the third over, 15 for 1. The Titans, a much better over there from Eileen Arumo. She created an opportunity that wasn't taken by her team, unfortunately. And now you're unable to hold on to the catch. Eunice Kosinje will continue from the shell end. Bowled very well, gave her only 2 runs, picking up the wicket of Shakira Sadiq. As she'll continue from that side, and this time she'll be bowling to Rachel Ntono of the Titans. A good matchup between these two players, but this is the purpose of this elite league, where the best players come up against each other. in these kind of games. Good ball there from Eunice Kobusinje. Rachel going for the big drive, but there was nothing there. The other game is on at the Chambogo Cricket Oval as well, where the Northern Knights Warriors are taking on the Aziz Damani Hurricanes. Aziz Damani Hurricanes winning the morning game by 25 runs. So the Northern Knights will need to do a better job in the afternoon if they are to be able to also pick up a win on day one. Good work there from Maria Nyende. Didn't move her feet, but she's able to at least get to the ball and stop it from running away for a boundary. They want two. The call is two, but Irene Arumo is quick. She has a strong arm. Would be advisable not to take her on, and they will just keep it to one. Eunice trying to go for those Yorker deliveries and try and catch out the batters. But for now, Rachel seems to be aware. That's the kind of delivery that got out Shakira Sadiq. Timong Patricia, part of the contingent of 20 girls who made their way to Kampala from Soroti to take part in this elite league. In T20 cricket, very, very important, because now Rachel is batting with a youngster, Timong Patricia, who's a little bit struggling with the good bowlers. That means it puts a lot of pressure on Rachel, because she needs to be scoring the runs, and in that process, sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes the coaches, those are things they need to learn and think about them. That you need to find a way of ensuring that batters who bat together at the same time can be able to complement each other without necessarily putting on pressure on one of them to be the one to score runs. Hey, good play, good cricket there from Timong Patricia. Mildred Anyingo, the new bowler, replacing Irene Alumo from the Ginger Road end. Another one from the Soroti Cricket Academy. It's good to see all of them here coming down. I remember when we went to Mweri, it was always enjoying. Yeah, you spend that week in Kampala playing the cricket week, but it was also more enjoyable if you went back as winners But for these young ones, I'm sure this is a very good experience for them as they start out their cricket journey. Rachel Tono is gone. That's what I was talking about, that sometimes the pressure of being the one who has the responsibility of scoring runs can get to you. And once you try to take a lot more risks, you create opportunities. You create opportunities for the fielding team. Teddy Ayala hanging on to that catch. And very good ball in there from Mildred Anyingo. The Titans, 2 wickets down. The Thunder and now have their tails up. Esther Iluko will be coming in to bat for the Titans. Big loss there, Rachel Tono. She scored 26 in the morning game. Therefore, they would have wanted her to stay there for as long as possible. Sometimes players really don't know that they have a lot of time in T20 cricket, that the longer you stay on the wicket, the easier it becomes over time. But now you cannot score runs when you're in the dressing room. Means it becomes difficult for the team to be able to put a very big total. Again, Esther Ilko scored 31 in the morning. She will have to do the bulk of the work and bat for a very, very long time if this team is going to be able to get to 100 this time round. The Titans, 5 overs gone. The Titans 19 for 2. Esther Ilkol and Timong Patricia, who are batting for the Titans. These two girls are well known by the man who's joining me here in the commentary, the president of the Soroti Cricket Academy. Not Richard Okia, Richard Oluka. Man, I'm proud to say I played with him. We enjoyed some good times playing together in Mwiri. Championship winning side in 2003 and 2004. But right now, in his game, he's been able to give back to the game by being part of the Soroti Cricket Academy. Interesting stories, Richard. Pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you so much, Dennis. It's a wonderful opportunity for me to be able to speak. It's also been so many years since I gave cricket a break. Played the game. I love the game actually. Dennis knows that. And I'm coming back in a different way, but I think I'll also be playing in a couple of months. I just need the league to start. I want to, in a very special way, to appreciate UCA and just to let everyone know that the Sorority Cricket Academy is very well represented in this tournament. We have about 20 players, and that sends a very positive message back home to the young players that we have, those that have not been able to make it here. They just know it will be, they know that it will be a matter of time. They just have to put in the work. So we have the two girls that are batting right now. We have Esther Iloku and Timon. And just to let you know that they are both from the Sorority Cricket Academy. Hopefully they can give us a good partnership because we've just lost 2 early wickets. Yeah. Let me just give you a background about the Sorority Cricket Academy, just for those that may not have a lot of information. Dennis with me here knows the academy very well. We started in about 7 years ago, and just it has really grown. There's the chairman right now who is not around, Felix Musana. Special thanks and appreciation for him for the sacrifices that he has made. We are trying to do our best to make sure that we change the community in Sorority and make sure that these girls, these players have an opportunity to play this game. It's a very wonderful game, and I must say they enjoy it. He's not around, but I'm happy to say that after so many years of a lot of hard work, we have a lot to celebrate. There are so many milestones that we've been able to register. And the academy has also been growing. It was cricket, but later on, those that may not know where a sorority is, it's in Eastern Uganda, a community or a society that I would say is a highly patriarchal society. And so there are very many challenges that our players face. But I can tell you that cricket has changed this. There's a lot that we've been able to do by, of course, introducing cricket and giving them this opportunity to play the game.
The Sorority Cricket Academy, and I'm sure Yingo bowling to her friends Esther Iluko and Timon Patricia, all of them make a very long journey. We saw the other day on social media where I don't know if you took up the whole bus, but we say whole bus, trying to make sure everyone fits in and they come here to be able to be part of this. For them, if you can give us a perspective of how much does it feel for you to be part of the guys boarding that bus and coming to Kampala. I remember in our days when you're leaving Mwiri and you board the school bus and come to Kampala for cricket week, you would still be very proud. But for them, how much does this mean to them as they try and play cricket?
I must say that all these players usually look forward to coming to Kampala because, I mean, it's a different environment. They are in a community where they don't exactly get a lot of opportunities to experience different things. And of course, this is where most of the cricket is. So for them coming to Kampala and getting the opportunity to play very competitive, that these people coming to Kampala is something that sends a very positive message to the rest of the players, but also their homes, their families. This is something that back home is really, really appreciated. And this sends a message to the parents and even the guardians, because we have a few challenges where you find parents may not exactly support these girls to come and play cricket. But when they start seeing this and we are talking about them and we are writing about them, and the entire town now is speaking about, say, someone like Esther Iloku, it sends a very positive message. And so that is a plus for us. Yeah, we actually have partnerships now with buses, YY, I would say. We don't all the way to the academic grounds. Girls board, because 60% of the bus. Every other time we are bringing them this side to play. Yeah.
Wow, that's very, very interesting. And I'm sure those are not the only partnerships you have. Who are some of the other partners you have, and how are they helping you guys push this cause of the Sorority Cricket Academy?
You're right. We have a number of partners, and we are really working towards building more. Like I said in the beginning, that is a community that is not very supportive. There are issues that we are trying to address, and one of them I would say is gender-based violence. First of all, these are girls, and those that understand issues of GBV, you'll agree with me that the girls are the biggest victims of such issues. Physical violence, emotional violence, sexual violence, and so on. So we're very lucky last year, towards the end of last year, there's an organization, an Irish organization called Trocare that gave us some 5,000 euros just to do trainings and raise awareness in gender-based violence. We've done some trainings. These girls are beginning to appreciate that there's more to life than, getting pregnant at an early age, trying to resist some of the societal pressures that come with, of course, growing up in that community. They don't exactly have positive things that challenge them. They don't have role models. So for us giving them this opportunity, I would say really sends a very, very, very good message. In the beginning, I told you about how the academy has grown. It's now more than the chairman. We're really coming in to reinforce and give him support and things like that. So we also have what we call the Sorority Cricket Academy funds group, and I'm the president. Hey, you're not hearing. Yeah. So, Dennis, and those that are listening to me, I was just saying that the academy has really grown beyond just cricket. It's also important to pay attention to the environment, because the environment really affects how people perform. And so on top of the partnership that I just mentioned, Trocare, that gave us some 5,000 euros to be able to raise awareness on gender-based violence and also train these people so that they get to understand and appreciate what it means to be violated. We also have a Sorority Cricket Academy funds group that has very many people. Some of them don't even understand cricket. Some of them don't even play cricket. But they are very passionate because of the humanitarian attachment that it comes with. So they're on the group here. We just keep sharing updates, and they, contribute the little they have or they can to be able to support these girls. And we are still working towards building more partnership, and hopefully in the near future, we should be able to grow in that direction as well.
Very, very good work there from Richard. I know a few of you guys, Richard, of course, Tembo, who went with Tumweri, and Felix, of course, who has been the real ambassador of the whole thing. To be able, one, sustain it is not a very easy thing, especially when you're using your own resources. But for you to have the competence that people are actually willing to partner with you is another thing altogether. So we hope that academy, and you make a very good point there. Some people, most times they never want to speak because quick single there's a chance of run out. Bullseye there, hit by Mildred and Yingo. Timong Patricia, unfortunately, has to go back. They tried to take a quick single, but from where Mildred and Patricia should have known from where they come from, Patricia's arm, she wouldn't want to take on that arm, but she's charged herself, and in one shy, Mildred is able to pick up that wicket. The third wicket there for the Titans. They are 22 for 3. They are going very, very slow. They need someone to step on the gas for them and try and move this total up very quickly. They are lucky that Esther Erukol is still there. She was their top run scorer in the morning. She got 31. But they will need that to... Maybe they're trying to rush the total quickly. It's still early days. They have some time. They can take their time. In that first inning, still, the Titans, squeezed them. The Thunder squeezed them. But once the captain made a few bowling changes, it allowed them to score a few more runs because it took the pressure off them. Maybe Richard, who wants us, sometimes it is put that you can tell us and people relate with, try and understand how cricket has made a positive impact in their lives because they've been part of the Sorority Academy.
I would say that about 95% of these girls come from very, very humble homes. When I say humble, you need to interpret it in very, very literal sense. if there are levels, then it should be because just I don't want to use very harsh words here. Very very humble homes, and of course, Soroti is an upcountry town. So when you go to the schools, you find they are really really lacking in terms of facilities, in terms of resources, so many things, the standard and things like that. And then of course also the environment, like I said, is not very supportive. This is a society where most of the power belongs in the hands of the men. It's a patriarchal society. So these things, they really have to work against so many difficulties to be able to get here. Um, you'll find someone like, for instance, Siloku. You go home and see where she comes from, and you're like, okay, I think it's for them. It's cricket is more than just cricket. It's so many things. There are so many things that we've prevented by first of all introducing cricket in their lives. And so that angle, even when you're telling them about, you need to be patient, there's more to life, there's going to come a time and you'll have all these things before you, just stick to the game and things like that. It makes a lot of sense. So by just boarding the bus to come here to Kampala, I would say that is something that is extremely significant. Now leave the bus alone. Boarding a plane. How many people board planes? Even us who studied in Kampala and in urban places, some of us haven't yet boarded the plane. I don't mean myself, I have though, but I mean there are so many people. So that is what it means. And what we're also trying to front is discipline and staying in school, because most of them really drop out of school. And we've also tried to say there are conditions to playing cricket and things like that. One, you must be extremely disciplined. And then two, if you're in school, make sure you stay in school. And they know that. So we are trying to build an academy that has people that do not only play cricket, but also grow up to become role models. So this is huge in a society like Teso and Soroti.
How imagine the impact the game that has had on those people, and especially the game was introduced to Soroti by, I mean, Felix didn't grow up in Soroti, only gone there to work. A lot of us go in, you work up country and then you leave, not necessarily making an impact. But imagine Felix as for a job placement opportunity, a chance for him a few years, 7 years later, can play in the elite league, not just an invitational elite league. Only the best players are invited. Those girls who come from. Does the work stop with the players, or do you have, should you call them extensional services that even in the families you try and educate the parents, talk about them, having the girls, allowing the girls to stay in school longer, to allow them to have time. I mean, in a village setting, ideally, I think a girl will wake up in the morning and then she has to go to the well, prepare breakfast, I mean lunch, and all those things. If you're going to play sport, that means you're not doing that, and could be like a society culture what, culture problem.
That's a very good question, Dennis. I actually forgot to mention that we have one partner, and I really need to recognize that partner in a very special way, called Feed the Future, Uganda or something like that. FAMI. FAMI, I would say, was our savior during the lockdown. You know what the COVID-19 lockdown did? Because there was a point where there was no activity going on, including sports. So you can imagine, we don't want these players to stay in the community because there are a lot of challenges. But then here comes a lockdown that is unavoidable, and you're pushing them back. So you're pushing them back to that kind of community. So there were so many challenges, things like, of course, food and things like that. So we have this one partner called FAMI, and I really, in a special way, thank FAMI for helping us feed some of these players. They were able
What
to
does
give us.
FAMI do? Did they actually give you like food or
Yes, yes,
facilitation money?
no, it's food. They have food. They give us flour and porridge. They gave us, I think, I don't remember how many tons, but so much food. And you asked about beyond cricket. Yes, we do a lot of awareness raising. There's a lot of work that happens behind the scene. And like I told you, it's not easy. This is a parent who doesn't understand what cricket is. Everyone knows football, but they don't know cricket. So you need to go and change their mindset so that they first of all get to know that, you know what, this is a game worth playing. And then that they can be able to support their child, their boy or girl, to be able to play the game. So we do a lot of home visits. We try to talk to the parents. We go to the teachers. They even have teachers that sometimes keep asking them questions. What kind of game is this? What are you doing and things like that. So for us to get to this point, I just want to let you know that there's a lot that happens behind the scenes, and of course the GBV project that we have is really not related to cricket, but because GBV is a societal issue, challenge that is affecting this. Imagine someone, a girl here is forced into marriage. The cricket future is gone. So many things, ambitions and so on are all dead. So if their parents get to understand that you'll actually appreciate and be proud of your girl 20, 30 years from now than when you send them away right now, then I think it would be a very good thing. So we talk too much. We even speak to these girls. We always have meetings because playing cricket alone is not enough. Imagine you're coming to Kampala every after 6 months. You send them back and you're never talking to them. There is a lot that goes on in their lives there. So we try as much as possible to check on them, to ask them how they are doing, what challenges are you having, how can we help, and things like that.
Wow. I think there's a lot. I'm already thinking probably you spend a lot more time trying to educate the community than actually coaching the cricket. But all in all, I think we are able to see the fruits when you see the girls coming back to Kampala to play. Halfway stage here, the Titans are 32 for 3. Esther Ilukol is on 8 of 22, and Sarah Walaza has one of two balls. The new bowler Mildred Anyingo has bowled much better than she did in the morning. She's just given away 4 runs in her 3 overs. This is her final over, and it's good to see that probably both teams used a lot of energy in the morning to try and win that game. And right about now, maybe in the afternoon, they're a bit tired. Playing back-to-back games is not very easy. Needs high levels of fitness, but I'm sure they're enjoying themselves nonetheless. I'm sure her team won't mind this Esther Eluko because she has to hang around for a very long time. Esther, one of the few players to play all games in Botswana for the Victoria Pearls. A good experience for her. The first time she was playing in an ICC event. Good shot there from Sarah Walaza. She frees her arms. The chase is on from Christina Nayo. She's able to make sure she keeps that to only 2 runs. Walaza interested in 2, but there's a chance of, oh my goodness. Mildred Anyingo totally she threw the ball out of anger and totally forgot her basics. All she needed to do was underarm that ball and should have hit the wickets. But this time, Mildred actually was able to effect a more difficult run out, and this time she completely misses the simplest of them all. But a miscommunication in the middle there between Walaza and Esther Ilukol. Walaza was very interested in 3, but Esther thought maybe they should only take 2. Walaza is still very, very lucky to still be in there because Mildred had a lot of time to get out. Comical stuff out there in the middle. Good shot there from Walaza, but like we saw in the morning, Janet Mbabas continues to play a very attacking field. She has a proper understanding of ladies cricket. Sometimes you wonder why the ladies always try to field on the rope, but because they don't hit so hard. Therefore, if you field in close, you cut off the opportunities of picking up ones, forcing the batters to have to hit the ball over the infielders. But a very good shot there from Esther. And we run all the way for 4. Good ball in there for Mildred. Maybe she has been unsettled by that missed run out opportunity. Maybe Richard, now you would like to inform us what is the future like for players like Esther, who've been in the academy for quite some time. We've seen Evelyn Anyipo. What is the journey for them? Is it, play cricket, go to school, and then after that you move on, or you find your way in life? What is it like in terms of planning? What is the journey like for them? If they can look ahead, do they see anything beyond just playing cricket?
Thank you, Dennis. There's life is full of phases. So I'm sure you'll agree with me that at some point also you move on from cricket and do other things. I would say the Sorority Cricket Academy has a very, very big vision. Of course, we have some challenges, and the biggest challenge is resources. And just beyond cricket, we emphasize, at least for those that are in school, to stay in school and be able to get to a point where they'll add value to society. But like I said in the beginning, we are really, really, really working tirelessly to make sure that we are able to get more resources. There are things that we are considering in the future. We are considering things like vocational skills, skilling them. If someone picked a skill, for instance, in baking, in bakery, in cookery, in tailoring, and things like that, I think that would add a lot of value. So even when it's an out of season cricket period, they are able to be productive and earn a little living. So we are considering diversifying a number of things, but also the academy, I would say, is here to stay. And we would really, really appreciate if we see some of the senior players also beginning to coach. We are looking forward to employing some of them in the near future, becoming coaches or coach players and things like that. So they are able to even earn a little money, but still continue to play cricket. And then, of course, what we usually front and emphasize is discipline. You can't separate performance from discipline. Those two move hand in hand. So we talk to them and tell them, no, you can make a decision. There are always two decisions. You can make a decision to stay in the game forever, or you can make a decision to be there for a short while, and then your history will be written away. So those are some of the things that we are considering, and like I said, the heads, the minds are always busy trying to work out something. Yeah.
It's very good to know. Teddy Ayala bowling from the Shell End to Sarah Walaza. Teddy, the best bowler of the ladies elite league last year, and she's also part of the Victoria Pearls setup, a product of Masaka SS coach Yusuf Nanga and her team. Sarah Walaza going across the line and losing her wicket. Very unnecessary, because Esther Elukol is running out of partners. She needs someone to stay with her, give her good comfort and time, so that they're able to put on a very big total. Unnecessary for Sarah. She should have just stayed in there and try and hang in there with her teammate, so that they take the total forward. The Titans now 44 for 4 in 11 overs. Richard, we would like you to tell us, how does someone, there are people who have heard your story and they are very, very interested in coming to help the academy. How does someone get to help the Sorority Cricket Academy in any way they can? May not be resources, maybe they have some knowledge, maybe they have books that they can share with the girls, maybe they have shoes, whatever it is. How can someone be able to get in touch with the academy and be able to help?
Thanks, Dennis. That's a very straightforward question. So people should listen to my email address. Yeah, I appreciate that. We are really looking for so many people that can spare something and support these girls. And like I said, I mean, this is a very unique society. It's a very unique environment. It's not like Kampala here. There are things that happen that side that you really see here. So they have a very challenging environment to deal with, and from school, from home, and things like that, even as small as food. So anything that is available, whether it's clothes, whether it's shoes, whether it's both monetary and in kind, is really welcome. We even appreciate, for instance, you Dennis saying you want to take off a weekend and come and give them a few tips and things like that, like wicket keeping. We all welcome that. Yeah, so you can get in touch with me, or you can get in touch with the operations manager, who is Tembo. You can get in touch with Felix Musana, the chairman of the academy. I don't know if I should read my number, if that
Maybe you
is
can give
necessary.
social media handles. Ooh, there's a chance there, but Esther is able to hit it over Scovia Kelo. They want two, but they won't be able to get that. They just keep it to one. Nampina bowled very well in the morning, giving her only 7 runs in 4 overs, and picking up 2 wickets. So she's a key bowler for this Thunder team. They need to be very, very wary. She dried up all the run scoring for the Titans in the morning. So they will make sure at the Chambogo Cricket Oval, the Northern Knights Warriors must have had chili for lunch, because they've scored 142 for 3 in 19.4 overs. One of the legends of ladies cricket, Barbara Mukankus, is scoring 41, and Proskovia Alako with 33. So they must have been very, very angry, because the Aziz Damani Warriors will have a big total to chase in the afternoon. Richard, maybe you could give a website, if people can find them, if I can find you guys on Facebook, on Twitter, whichever way is easier. Maybe right about now, phone numbers could be difficult for people to write down.
Yeah, that's true, Dennis. You can get us on Twitter, Soroti Cricket Academy. That is Twitter at Soroti Academy. Then just get to Facebook and just type in Soroti Cricket Academy. You should be able to get us there. We maybe I would also use this opportunity to speak about the vibes. We usually have the occasions to be able to light up the girls, the players, and go back and have a moment to talk and share with them, but also play cricket, just to show them that we don't just support the game, but we also played it at some point. Yeah, so that gives them a lot of confidence and a lot of encouragement. So next weekend we'll be in Soroti. Those that have some time, you could come and check out Soroti for a weekend. We travel on Friday, come back on Sunday, or you can leave on Saturday morning and come back, and also come and experience a unique or different environment from Kampala. I think it would be good for you to refresh yourself selves that way. Thank you.
Those who those who are looking for a weekend out of Kampala, I must tell you, you do not want to miss the Soroti Cricket Carnival. Happens every year. It couldn't happen due to COVID, but this time it is back, and we should be much, much better to go down there and enjoy some cricket, as well as I'm thinking you guys have made plans for people like, I've never been to Soroti. My brother went to Soroti Flying School, but somehow I've never been to Soroti. I'd want to go and see some things around the town, maybe visit some of these places where the girls come from, and try and relate with those experiences. So it should be a weekend thing that maybe if you go on Saturday, you move around, and now with curfew, maybe going out to the bars will be difficult, but at least people can be able to do other things, have a visit somewhere iconic in Soroti, whichever place that you guys know about, so that people look forward to that same activity next year, so that because I know each and every year it has been growing and becoming much better. Christine Anayo, another, whoa, that was a beautiful attempt there from Scovia Kello. She used to take those when she was a little bit younger, but she used to take those even in her sleep. Proskovia, very, very good fielder. She's not in that position by mistake. This time, the ball just doesn't stick for her. Christina Nayo was the MVP of the first Elite League for the ladies. She's also a very, very good ball. Another one from the Soroti. Also a good player. Esther Ilukol still working very hard for her team. They will need her to stay in for a very long time. And she's batting with Joyce Mary Apio. Joyce Mary Apio missed out a lot of cricket last year because she was on maternity leave. But it's good to see her. My goodness, she's run out direct hit there from the captain Janet Babazi. I thought she had made ground, but the umpire is not convinced by that, and she loses her wicket. But on the overall, a lot of people, I'm sure, are very, very happy, Richard, to see Joyce Mary playing cricket again. Everyone thought we had lost her after she went away for maternity leave.
We're actually equally happy we to have her back. I think she was one of those, I would say, one of those good players on the in ladies cricket that at some point we were worried we had lost. But I'm happy she's gaining her confidence back, and we push her to work hard. We've spoken to her and of course told her, no, things happen, it's life, but the most important thing is how you pick yourself back together and move forward. And she's positive. She's confident. We're also using her, by the way, as a coach, just to try and encourage her and make her realize that no, you still have a long, long life ahead of you to live. So we are happy she's back, and she's actually working hard, and we look forward to having Joyce coming back to the team, because I think when she regains her fitness and gets back the form, then some people will get worried.
Of course, numbers will be at stake for those that are already in the side, but it's good to see Joyce Mary back in the team. And I'll tell you, Richard, when we were in Botswana, that's a lesson. I think it's a big, big lesson for Uganda cricket as well. One of the Zimbabwean players came with her daughter, her son, and a maid for the tournament, and it is something that the ICC takes care of, because for her, because she has a maid and a son, she was given a special room where the maid could be able to stay with the child when we go and play. But it was something that was really very good to see, because most times here in Uganda, when a player has gone for maternity leave, we tend to say like, no, you no longer really, you won't give us the kind of value that we want. So I think it's a very, very big lesson, especially when you're dealing with this gender.
It's true. There is. I like to tell people that everything starts in the mind. Yeah, when you convince your mind that it's A, it will just be a matter of time, and it's A that we see. A becomes visible. Likewise, when you convince your mind that it's B, again, it will be a matter of time, and it just plays out in reality. So I think when you set your mind to something and say, I'm going against the odds, that is going to help you in terms of the kind of work that you put in. But also, I think what ICC is doing really, I would say, sends out a very positive message. There is a lot of advocacy that is going around regarding women empowerment and so on and so forth. Because someone is a little younger, or they don't have a lot of resources to be able to take care of themselves, they shouldn't be condemned because of getting pregnant and things like that, and giving birth. I think if there's an opportunity for them to get back, that is what everyone is looking out for. And surprisingly, those that come from such experiences will shock you that they will actually make the best and even better role models in life. So I'm happy and encouraged about that story, Dennis, that you shared, and the things that ICC is able to do for these girls. Yeah.
Very true. Also very good to see Carol Namugenyi back playing cricket. She's been away for some time due to work commitments, but now I guess she has some time to commit to the game. Carol, one of the most disciplined bowlers you'll ever find in ladies cricket, puts a lot of we've seen a lot of the seniors coming back in the team in this franchise league in this elite league tournament. There are 4. That means the young ones who are taking up their numbers, all positions, will have to make sure that they work harder to keep them out for as long as possible. Carol Namugenyi back. Rita Yangendo is playing for the Northern Knights. Barbara Mukankusi. Akelo Scovia is playing for this side as well. Joyce Mary Apio is also back. So it's good to see all these girls back playing cricket. I think their experience is very, very required, especially at the international level. Some of the things that that didn't go well for the Victoria Powers in Botswana, in my opinion, were down to experience. If they had a few more players in the sides in the side who are really very experienced, they could have been able to do well and go much further. We saw Tanzania doing that, and their cricket has improved. The older players are there to help the young ones, even Zimbabwe as well. So it's good if the side has a mix of both to be able to compete at the international level. Esther Ilukol, very, very big future ahead of her. She's a good player. Wicket keeper batter. Those are very rare to see in international cricket these days. And you hope that she can be able to have a very, very long cricket career with the Victoria Pearls. Joyce Mary has a sibling. Are those the only siblings that come from Soroti who are playing cricket? Achan Rachel misses everything there, Karo Namugenyi. And she's bowled by Anayo. Another wicket. The Titans lose another wicket. Today must be the day of the Thunder. Thunder is striking. We hope the Thunder doesn't strike twice, because in the morning they were able to pick up that win off the final delivery, and this time they're able to pick. They have already picked 6 wickets. The Titans are 53 for 6 in 15.3 overs. Esther Elukol standing alone. She's on 21 of 35. But a very good team effort there from the Thunder, who have been very well led by Janet Mbabazi, who she has ensured that they keep a very, very tight field, so that they dry up the runs and don't allow the Titans to have any scoring opportunities. Good stuff here from the Thunder. Richard, someone would want to ask, why is the Soroti Cricket Academy, I don't want to say only, but mostly focused on only girls? Because if I come from a home where there's gender-based violence, there's a girl and a boy in that particular home. Why isn't the focus as well on the boys? Or for now you want to start with the vertical of the females and try and help them as much as you can before you think about the boys?
The reality is, actually, Dennis, the academy also has boys, yeah. But of course, evidence has it that it's actually now known. Almost everyone knows that women and girls are the biggest victims of gender-based violence. And of course, when we talk of gender-based violence, there are also issues of opportunities. For instance, if a parent is supposed to make a decision, they have limited resources and they have to make a decision between educating Dennis and Dennis's sister, they will definitely say, let me educate the boy and leave out the girl. So there are those decisions that these people make, and you find this society is really pushing girls towards a very, very, very difficult side or position. But the academy actually has boys. I would just say that the girls are the most. And then also the other thing, there are a lot of societal pressures that boys deal with. You know what that means. You get to a certain age, and then there is pressure that is coming in. You need to look for money. You're a man. You understand. No one is going to take care of you, even as early as 12, 13, 14, and 15 years. So they struggle at a certain age with a lot of pressure. And so that has led most of them to drop out at some point, and of course now leave the girls in. But we do not exactly have a very, very specific policy that says we only want girls, or we want 8 out of the 10 people that come, we can only accommodate 2 boys and 8 girls. It's just the environment that has really skewed the numbers towards towards the girls. But we welcome even boys when they come, and we actually have them.
All right, that's very, very good to know. At least the boy child has not been neglected by the Soroti Cricket Academy. So just in case you're wondering, maybe some parents must have been thinking that's an affair for only the girls. You can also take your young boys to be able to be part of this game and learn cricket. But Soroti is a cricket is a sports crazy town. I know there is an all-leader football team for girls that's very very popular, if I'm not mistaken. And right on cue, the captain Janet Mbabazi brings back her prime bowler Irene Alumo into the attack as we get to the end of this first inning. That was very very expected of her. The Titans 53 for 6 in 15. Trying to go hard there. Esther, unfortunately, she can only find the safe hands of Scovia Kello, losing her wicket. She tried to take on Irene. So early on, still a lot of time. 4 more overs left in this game. So she could have waited a little bit longer and try and take on other bowlers. But unfortunately, she cannot get the distance or the height over Akelo Scovia. The Titans now 7 wickets down for only 53 runs. As Richard, the community itself, how have they perceived the Soroti Cricket Academy? Is it something people look at? You know this that place transformed our kids. Our kids are able to go there, and we know they are in a safe place, in a safe environment. Or has it been like that place? It's now making our girls speak a lot of English, and they are not listening to us.
Uh, Actually, in the beginning, it was exactly the way that you've stated. Being a new game, it was not very easy for them to understand, and there were a lot of negative comments. Even just boys passing by, they find a girl or two or three or a few boys training, and they're like, "Which kind of game is this? I think this is a useless game. Instead of you going to do something more constructive and productive, you're here wasting time." So we got a lot of that, and I don't want to say that it's not there anymore. We actually still get a lot of that, but the thing is, the milestones are now beginning to speak for themselves. The success is now beginning to speak for itself. All these positive things that we've been able to do, and we've been able to register, sending some of our girls to the national team and things like that. I think now the message is now beginning to shift from negative to positive, and I'm confident in the next few years everyone will actually rally behind the Sorority Cricket Academy.
That's very true, and I hope that maybe the politicians in the local area, oh, swing and fortunate edge there from Evelyn Anyipo. Evelyn facing her new ball partner on the Victoria Powers team, Irene Alumo, and I'm sure this contest will be a very good one. I'm sure when Irene comes out to bat, Evelyn would want to take that ball and try and bowl to Irene as well, and try and challenge her. This is the beauty of the elite league, that the best get to play against the best uh, in the whole tournament. In terms of facilities, how is the Sorority Cricket Academy handling that? Do you have a facility where the girls come and play, and a proper one at that, so that when they come to Kampala and they are going to play on a facility of this quality, they do not feel out of place, or they are not overwhelmed by the occasion?
Thank you, Dennis. That question actually reminds me of our time in Mwiri, when we would be batting on the flicks, then you come to the grass wicket or the turf, and the ball comes a little slower if you're not careful. Yeah, but anyway, we have a ground, and I would say it's not a bad ground. Of course, it's not to the best standard, but it's good enough for them to be able to play the game. It's also very well strategically located. It's very close to town, just like Lugogo is. And every other time people are passing by, they're actually able to see. Even when you're, riding or driving through the highway, you're able to see cricket going on. Recently, we were struggling with the wicket itself. But Trokea, one of our partners, gave us some money, and part of it went towards improving the wicket. But also, I want to really appreciate the Uganda Cricket Association. They were able to give us a turf, very top quality turf, and it has, I would say, has changed things. People have even started scoring 100. Alakwa scored 100 in on a select last weekend. So we we I think we have something reasonably good enough for us to be able to play, and we are not surprised exactly. Actually, this is like a bed of roses. It's a little rougher the other side. Yeah.
Facilities, not a challenge for Uganda cricket only, but the country over. I hope green surfaces, especially in towns, are not very easy to find. So you hope that the Soroti Cricket Academy can get support from government. That's what I keep telling people, that most times the sports entities, the support they require from government is not necessarily the money. But even if you're given a few acres of land that you can develop on your own to be able to play the game, it could be able to help and push the game in that region. So for you to have a facility, especially upcountry places have these community areas and all, I hope the spaces are still available for communities and haven't been taken over by, I don't know, investors or something. It could be good. If the game is more central, it's easier for everyone to come there. Affordable walking distance. You take a bike, you know you can ride your bicycle from the village. Um, Maybe the involvement of the girls who are part of the academy. Do they all come from the Soroti town, or some of them have to, move long distances? Another LBW, Akurut Asmin, is not able to pick up that delivery from Eunice Kobusinje. Eunice today is dealing in only toe breakers. She picks up another wicket. Eunice likes to call herself the king. After, I think she's a big fan of Cindy, but she's able to pick up her second wicket of the day. Good bowling from her. I told you Eunice likes to bowl everything up front because she's an attacking bowler. So she's able to create opportunities for herself, and she gets her second wicket of the day. Akrut Asmin going out there. Akrut, one of the young ones from Soroti. She has just started playing the game, but it's good to see she has made a lot of progress. Animated there from the coach, Ivan Kakande, on the touchline, trying to show her what she should have done. Replaced by another youngster, Anyayit Lona. Have I pronounced that right? Yes. Anyayit Lona, who tried to bowl, who bowled well in that final over in the first game, but she was unable to keep out Irina Alumo and Maria Nyende Kagoya, as the Thunder pick up their first win of the day. I was asking Richard, do most of the girls come from this Soroti town, or some of them have to make some ground for them to be able to access the academy that is in town?
That's actually one of our challenges. We have a good number that stay close, but we also have a relatively big number that stay quite away from the oval, and of course, it may not be very. It's usually not easy for them to walk all the way. So some of them struggle with that, and I can say it might even affect someone's ability to be able to attend training and things like that. But what we usually do is encourage them to be able to share early, and we see what we can do to make sure that we get them onto the oval. There are those that are really committed. Actually, most of them are really committed. So the most important thing here that we are looking out for, if someone shows commitment, then I mean you can always sacrifice the little that you can to be able to get them to the oval. But yes, like you put it, it's a very very huge challenge that we still really struggle with.
It's good to see that challenges haven't stopped the academy from going. A lot of work that has been done, a lot of good work, and we hope and pray that one, God gives you guys who are running this vision life, but also the resources to be able. Oh, another chance there put down by Maria Nyende. Maria Nyende standing up too much. She's not coming from down up to be able to be in a good position to take that catch. Straightforward opportunity, but she's not able to hold onto the catch. Run out chance. Not on target. Run out chance. Not taken there by Arena Romo. 63 for 8, the Titans. I don't think they will be able to get 100 in the last 12 balls. Too much to ask of the youngster, Anyayit Lona. How old is Anyayit? She looks really very young, Richard.
Anyait is about 15. She's, I would say, the future of under 19. Do we have under 19 coming?
Yeah, there's under 19 World Cup that will be happening very soon. So, how many of these are under 19 that have been able to make it to make the journey to Kampala? Apart from the most of the the older ones are a bit known to everyone, but there are quite some new ones who have been able to come here. The same way Esther came around, and she showed some very good skills, so that people were able to uh, to pick up to pick her up and get to know her. There are quite a number who've come through, but not a lot is known about them. So you could be able to enlighten us what they do. I've seen Mildred bowling; she's not very bad. Uh, some nice celebrations there to follow the wicket of Evelyn Anyipo. Her bowling partner, Arina Lomo, removes her. 9 wickets down here, the Titans, with a few more balls left in this game. So you can tell us about Anyayit Lona, and I've seen Jimia Mohammed.
Yes, there's Jamia Muhammad. They're actually a number that under 19, Nyait Lona is one of them. She's one of our very good, promising spinners. Then there's Jamia. If you remember the previous tournament, Jamia opened the batting with Alako, and she's also a very good wicket keeper. So we may have her at some point putting on Esther's shoes. There's a very talented young woman also. She's called Marisa Ariokot, quick bowler. She's also here. She's under 19. We also have Nandera Immaculate, left arm quick. Yeah, so we have about six or 7. Yeah, and we usually have games between the senior side and the under 19 team, and they're very, very competitive. Yeah, so we appreciate this opportunity for them to come here and be able to build experience and boost their confidence. So I'm sure the next time they are here, they will understand what it means to be here and play this game.
Akiteng Sarah, the new batter for the Titans, who are 64 for 9, with a few more delivers left in this game. People on the chat: Justin Musobika, all prof. I don't want to say a veteran of the game and a very good player as well. I'm sure the cricket misses you down here in Kampala. Usasira Aaron, Joseph Sechewa says well done in Dugu Richard. I think for the history and the story you've given us about the academy, so they appreciate. We thank you all for watching the live stream on the Uganda Cricket YouTube channel. This production has been made possible by the Podigal Group, who have ensured that we are able to watch this game live. And all the games here at the Lugogo Cricket Oval will have a live stream, courtesy of the Podigal Group. So Richard, as we get to the end of this first inning, what are the plans for the academy going forward? Especially, okay, now we are seeing we are learning how to live with COVID. What are some of the plans that you have for the girls in 2020, 2022 and beyond?
one unique thing that we have is the ability to be able to keep these girls in training every day. I think that's very important. And it's an academy policy. You understand? And we usually try to tell them that if you don't attend training, then you will not play. You won't be selected for such things. So it's one thing that they take seriously, and we also tell them you can't separate performing well from being able to prepare well. So planning is extremely important. So for us, we want to always have these people active, playing the game, and so whenever there is an opportunity like this for them to come and showcase what they have been able to do or what they are working on, they are fit and ready for it. So as the academy, we keep them engaged. We keep them engaged, and we just always look forward to, Dennis and the UCA calling us and telling us, you know what, first bring those girls here and they show us what they got. Yeah, so we are ready when that time comes. We are always ready.
Asmin tell Lona Anyait telling Asaraki Teng, who's probably her senior, to please go back. I got this. There's no need of trying to take risky singles. But I'll also ask maybe finally, how much has UCA helped the academy? Or are you guys running this solo with a few of your well-wishers? A good shot there from Lona, the youngster. Just put some bat onto that. Stefani Nampina will have to keep up chase, but she's able to keep it to just 2 runs. Very good cricket there. If the outfield was quick, I'm sure I should have picked up a boundary. How much has UCA been of help in running your activities and programs since the inception of the academy?
UCA has actually been quite helpful, especially in terms of making sure that there is equipment for these players to use. The recent support with the TAF, I think that's very good. But we also get some financial resources. We've gotten some money from UCA, and we are extremely grateful, by the way, for what they are able to do. We know there is a limitation of resources across the board. Yeah, but what they are able to do, we really appreciate. But I think they can do more. I think they can do more. And so I just want to appeal to UCA.
Sure, the UCA hierarchy is watching this live stream.
Yeah.
So do not be shy to say we want more.
Yes, we actually
Alvin
want more.
And the secretary Ivan and the chairman Nwagawa, plus the CEO Martin, the CEO. I'm sure are watching this live stream.
Yeah, so I'm sure UCA can do more. And I mean, when you observe ladies cricket now, you realize that I think Sorority Cricket Academy has really done a commendable job in as far as making sure that at least there are players that are able to come in. Every other time there are those leaving, they are able to come in and fill up some of these positions. So we are still struggling. I wouldn't say that we are not making progress. We are making progress, but it's very slow progress. And UCA as the cricket family or the cricket body, first of all, it's important for me to recognize what they have been able to do. But I still believe they can be able to do more, and we just need to be able to, keep talking, keep in touch, and they can listen to some of the things that we think they can be able to help us out with. Yeah.
Very good stuff there. It's president of the Sorority Cricket Academy. They want to. There's a chance we run out if it direct hit and Saraki Teng is caught out of her ground. And that should be the end of the innings for the Titans. Eunice Komsinja in stitcher there because she needed to bowl another delivery, but she won't have to because Saraki Teng is run out. The Titans all out. The Titans all out for 74. The Thunder will need 75 runs to pick up their second win of the day. Not a very good effort there with the bat from the Titans. Only this time, only Esther Ilukol able to get into double figures with 21 of 36 balls. And the only other support came from Rachel Tono with 11. And it's a certain Mr. Extras there doing very well for the Titans, scoring 16 for them to get 74 all out. Good bowling figures there from Mildred and Yingo, who went for 14 in half 4 overs. Irene Alum also picked up 2 wickets for 18 in 4. Teddy Oyela went for 111 in half 4 overs, picking up a single wicket. Anayo Christine picking up 2 wickets for 11 in 3 overs. Good stuff there from the Thunder. Been very impressed by the Thunder today. They keep a very, very tight field, so they make sure they strangle their opponent and deny them run scoring opportunities. If you can't hit boundaries, you will be unable to score a lot of runs against them. Richard, your parting shots about the Sorority Cricket Academy. I must say the story has been very, very good about what you guys are doing down there in Sorority.
Thank you, Dennis. Before I actually say my parting words, I just want to inform you that we have about 8 girls in the under 19 that are represented in this elite league. There's Jimia, there's Anyait Lona herself, we have Asmin, there's Nandera, there's Timong, Patricia, Agwang, and Naum. So out of the 20 that traveled to come and take part in this league, we have 8. My parting words, Dennis, I would say, first of all, thanks for the opportunity to speak to this audience. I hope people have been able to listen and follow. Like I said, the academy, it started as a cricket hub, but eventually we realized that we don't operate in a vacuum. So there are a lot of societal pressures and issues that we need to deal with. And then we had to bring in the humanitarian aspect as well. So I just want to, call out everyone out there that can be able to come in and support, whether it is in terms of it's monetary or non-monetary, whether it's in kind. We will really appreciate you being able to do that. There's a lot that these girls and players in Sorority struggle with. This is a unique environment. It's a very unique environment. And then again, like I said, it's more than someone from living, say, Jambogo or Kololo and coming here and having a good cricket day or cricket weekend for them. This is very significant. This is very significant. And the message that goes back home in Sorority, their families and so on, I would say we really appreciate, because this is going to change someone's mindset. The parent is going to say, you know what, I think it's important for me to support and encourage my child to go and play cricket, because one day they will also hold that bus and be able to come to Kampala. So this is a very, very good opportunity, and I want to just thank you once again and UCA for making this possible, but also allowing us have this very good number participating, and I think this will be very, very positive to the girls, and it's going to be able to change their lives positively. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that story, Richard. We appreciate everything that you guys do down there to make sure that the ladies cricket is not starved of talent, and the talent actually gets the exposure through these tournaments organized by Uganda Cricket. We'll take a break and we'll be back with the second innings. Remember, the Thunder need only 73 runs, 75 runs for the win, their second win of the day. We'll see if they're able to get those runs when we are back after this innings break. Thunder need just 73 runs to pick up their second victory of the day, and the Titans need only 10 good balls for them to be able to pick up a victory as well. We should be in for a very good game. Contrasting fortunes on the other side, because in Chambogo, as the Northern Knights scored 147 runs for the Aziz Damani Hurricanes. The openers, both young girls from Soroti, Midred Anyingo and Jimia Mohammed. Jimia unfortunately ran out in the first game. Miscommunication between the two saw her losing her wicket without scoring anything. But we hope this time there's better communication between the two and they will get a single. So we hope that we're able to see Jimia. A lot of good things said about her, especially by someone who knows her very well, Richard Oluka, who was with me with in the first innings of the game, who's the president of the Soroti Cricket Academy. We hope that this time she's able to spend some time out there in the middle. It's a small total, so there isn't a lot of pressure. But sometimes the way you approach these small totals could be the difference in the game. 72 might become 150, just like that. Joyce Mary Apio as well didn't bowl for the Titans in the morning. I hope she's given an opportunity by the captain. It's a very good bowler, and I'm sure she has worked very, very hard to make sure that her body is in shape to be able to play this kind of cricket after spending some time out on maternity leave. Ooh, bit of a bumper ball there from Evelyn. Got big on Jimia Mohammed. Richard is still with me. Richard, Jimia Mohammed, how much do you know about her? And what are the things that you as an academy expect of her as she starts to play this game? How old is she, first of all?
Thank you, Dennis. Jimia Muhammad is about 16 years old, and she's in the line of becoming one of those very good wicket keepers. So we are working towards making sure that she can join Esther in doing the magic behind the stumps. She's also a very good opener, and for those that of course remember or watched the league that just ended a couple of months ago, she opened with Alako. She still has a couple of things to work on. I mean, getting better is a process. It's not an event. And I think one thing that would appreciate is if the opportunity for the girls under 19 availed itself, then would really, really look forward to seeing her being able to display what she has been able to do. So she's a very promising talent, and we look forward to very good things that she should be able to do. Yeah. I also want to take this opportunity to appreciate. I forgot to appreciate the leadership of Soroti, the local government. It's been very, very supportive. They have really helped us. The ground that we use is for the local government. And so at some point they didn't see any value in giving us that resource. But later on they discovered that I think this academy is adding a lot of value to the society, and I think it would be very good for them to come in and support. So they've been very supportive. Every other time we knock on their doors, they're able to help. They open those doors. They make sure they sign documents for us to be able to do some of these things or most of these things. And then, of course, the community. We still have challenges with the community, but slowly by slowly, they are beginning to appreciate that there is more positive than negative that the academy is able to bring on board.
Wow, that is very, very good stuff. And like I mentioned, that kind of support is what really, I would say, community-based organization that the Solo Cricket Academy needs to be able to make a positive impact on the community. Very good shot there for Mildred Anyingo. Very good cricket shot, pouncing onto that short ball from Lona Anyayit. I can imagine the opportunity given for a young girl like Lona to be able to come to Kampala and show her skill is a very good one. Lauda Pills there, and Patrick Makumbi is convinced. Lona Anyayit picks up that wicket of Mildred Anyingo. The first wicket to go down there for the Thunder. This is what the Titans need to do. They will need to pick wickets. They won't mind about the run scoring, but they have to make sure that they pick up wickets, as many as possible, within the limit of only 72 runs for them to be able to get a chance in this game. The captain, Janet Mbabazi, comes on to bat. Janet was going well in the morning, but unfortunately, she was run out. She has a bad record of having the most run-outs in the previous Elite League. She was always run out in all the games when she was actually looking very, very good. So maybe she needs to work on her running between the wickets for her to be able to stay for so long. Very good stuff there from the youngster. Anyayit Lona had to bowl that last over in the other game. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to defend 8 runs for her side. But I'm sure she must have picked up a lesson or two, even in that defeat. Janet Mbabazi joins Jimia Mohammed out in the middle. Richard, you could also tell us, these girls who've been able to, I'll give an example of Irene, who went to Botswana, did so well for the Victoria Pearls. How much do they inspire the young ones like Anyayit to stay in the game and keep playing?
The most important thing we share, Dennis, here is it's not just about cricket, but it's also about discipline. So we constantly have those discussions and remind them that, remember, there are people that are looking up to you. There are people that want to be where you are, or even better, who knows. So we keep telling them that don't just show the example in the game, but also show the example in your conduct and in your behavior.
Good stuff. Janet Mbabazi unfortunately gives a dolly catch to Sarah Walaza, who is at short mid-wicket. Good attacking fields there from Carol Namugenyi, the captain of the Titans. They've been able to take out the captain of the Thunder, Janet Mbabazi. This time she's not out to run out, but she just gives a simple catching opportunity to Sarah Walaza. Big wicket there for the Titans, because Janet can be very dangerous. But that also means that they try and expose not a very long batting lineup of the Thunder. Stefani Nampina is already in, and we're just in the second over. Remember, they only need 72 runs, but like I mentioned, sometimes these 72 runs, depending on how you approach them, could feel like 150. And right now, it's getting very, very cold in that Thunder dugout. This time, the coach of the Titans, Ivan Kakande, he seems more relaxed. Maybe he's let the cricket gods take care of the result. Jumia takes off. There's a chance of a run out. Inexperience, I must tell you, but when you're batting with a senior player like Stephanie, as a youngster, you don't need to panic because you feel that they are in control of the situation. So definitely, you just need to follow their lead rather than trying to be the aggressor. Richard, you were telling us about how the older ones are becoming role models for the younger girls.
Yeah, like I said, it's really about discipline. Someone once told me that disciplined people don't need to be motivated to work hard. The motivation is inherent; it's already there. So yes, cricket, put in the work. We need to see you working hard, both on the pitch, but also outside the pitch. But you know, sometimes our experiences get the best of us, and then you find people doing certain things that are not pleasing, that are not really reflecting very well on the academy, but also the young players that we have. So what we usually do, like constantly do, is to speak about some of these things and remind them that we are not just here to play cricket, but we're also here to show a good example and be exemplary. So they know that and they know what we stand for. But like I said, it's not easy. It's something that you have to keep really talking about. Just to tell you, Dennis, you forgot to mention that in the previous over, it was off Anyait Lona. Yeah, the under 19. It was a very good over. So I was proud to watch her doing magic in the previous over. Yeah, so good cricket. We are watching the game, and I am very proud to see these girls trying to do something wonderful and giving people a lot of entertainment this afternoon.
Very, very good stuff. I must tell you, everything, all the action that is happening, even most of the day, all the girls from Soroti have really been very involved. And it's good to see that, for me, the most importantly, that they understand the game and their level of skill is good enough to compete with the others. It will be a very bad mismatch for them to come here and everything looks alien to them because the difference in the level of skills, it would be bad for you to come here and then maybe you're on a ball in full tosses, you can't put away half volleys. But we saw Mildred playing a very good shot there through the covers. So it shows that even the level at which they practice and try and develop their skills is good enough for them to be able to compete. So far right now, in Luganda, they would say that the Titans batadde wembeera because the Thunder are not finding the runs as easily as they did in the morning. Very good bowling there from Evelyn, wicket to wicket, and Lona has kept it very tidy this side. She has not been as tidy, but her bowling has created opportunities. They've already picked up 2 wickets. So therefore, the Titans are giving it everything and making sure if the Thunder chase down their score, it's not going to be very easy for them. Good ball there from Evelyn Anyipo. Like we were mentioning, this really must be an experience for the young girls like Jimia Mohammed. In Chambogo, the Aziz Damani Hurricanes are 87 for 3 for 14.5 overs. They are chasing 147 runs for the victory. Another good over there from Evelyn. She has been very, very tidy up front. Has given away nothing. The Thunder will have to work hard for everything. Evelyn has bowled 2 overs and given away only 2 runs. The Thunder are 6 for 2. They need 67 runs from 102 balls for them to win this game. But they will have to work very, very hard. And Yait Lona continues to bowl from the Ginger Road end. She picked up 2 wickets, gave away only 4 runs in her first over. Another short ball hit hard there by Stephanie Nampina. Shakira tries to give chase, but she will only come second. Similar kind of boundary scored by Mildred before she got her out. But this is good stuff here from Carol. She needs to make sure that they shuffle their bowlers as much as possible. But again, they relax the field because of that boundary. It's a bad ball, and you don't have a lot of runs to work with. Better you stick with your attacking field and maybe just talk to the bowler to try and adjust their line. The important thing to do for the Titans is to pick wickets and not to try and dot, because one or two overs changes the whole equation. Stefani gets onto that short ball. Sarah Kiteng runs after it. She's able to retrieve it and just keep it to 2 runs. Stefani Nampina played well in the first inning, but nearly lost the game for her team when she threw away her wicket after getting a whole lot of 10 runs in an over. She ran down the track and completely lost her wicket. Therefore, this time they will need her to be there up to the very end. Richard, talk to us about school cricket. All these girls, are there enough schools to absorb all of them? Because these are not the only, there are only 20 players here, but you have a very, very, very big group there in Soroti. Are there enough cricketing schools to absorb all of them and keep them active? And what are some of the benefits if a school takes on a player like Irene Alumo? Does she get a scholarship, or does her parents still have to pay? Have they been able to benefit from their talent in these particular schools that they go to?
Sometimes they have to go against what the parents want to play cricket, and then later on, when the benefits start flowing, the parents also partake of some of those benefits. So that changes the feeling, and therefore encourages them to support them more. But regarding schools cricket and the schools, I would say among the so many difficulties that COVID-19 has brought, I think that's one of the biggest, especially to, of course, schools, but also cricket. Because I can assure you, Dennis, we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of players. And COVID-19 has significantly cut down that number. There's even a lot of talented players that are not able to train because schools are closed. So we do a lot of speaking to the school administrations. I would actually say we work with a number of schools, over 10. We have about four or five secondary schools, and then so many primary schools. And then, of course, the good thing is that, you see, when there are benefits, when there are milestones, it's easy for you to approach the school administration and say, you see, this girl has been able to, do wonders by playing cricket. So what we want from you is just to help them stay in school and they study, because they're coming from a home that is not able to raise money and blah 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 and things like that. So we do that. We talk to the school administrations, and some of them have been extremely supportive and positive, and have absorbed most of these girls. But the environment that side is not the best. So one thing that we are trying to do also is to see if we can pick part of our talented players and bring them to urban schools like in Kampala, in Mukono, and so on, so that they are able to get a different feeling of what happens this side. I mean, that goes beyond just playing cricket. They're able to appreciate that, what, I think our targets the other side are extremely low and extremely, we are not ambitious at all. People this side are ambitious. So that kind of thing, that is what we also want to do, and see if we can spread them all over these schools in urban places, and see if that is going to support in as far as improving, first of all, their mindset, but also the game.
You make a very good point. I know of a player, when the under 15 girl started, Evelyn, they used to play with her. She came from, she was a very Rangers, I remember, to see me Rangers. She came from Kasese. She was really a very good player, and somehow she was absorbed. She was taken up by Gaza High School. Since then, I don't know how far I don't think she went so far with cricket. But I know that moving from Kasese and getting an opportunity to study at Gayasa High School must have been good for her. And I'm thinking, is that the direction that you guys are thinking about, and which could be the ideal schools? You knowing where people come from, sometimes you don't want to go in a place where you will also be out of, I mean, people are coming with either, as young kids, there are things that sometimes turn you off. When you feel like you don't belong here, you can't fit in.
Yeah, that's very true. You make a very good observation there. But like I said earlier on, everything really starts in the mind. It's there's nothing as disturbing to these players as the environment that they come from, the environment they interact with. It's actually, I would say, largely the reason most of them make the wrong decisions or end up, doing things that are going to mess up their future, or even, throw them out of the game, throw them out of the cricket game. So there's a lot that we are trying to really change in as far as the mindset is concerned, and we believe on top of what we are trying to do, the talking, all this awareness that we try uh, um, 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 sharing and presenting and telling these people. I think when they get a chance to come to this school and you have people that look at things differently, you have a girl in, for instance, in Gayaza, who is coming from a community, who believes in herself, who knows that, who is confident, and you get an opportunity to interact with people like that. I think it sends out a very, very strong message. So that begins to also shift their thinking regarding certain things. They will start to appreciate that, you know what, I think we we are not being strategic. There's a lot that we shall be able to do or achieve if we stay disciplined and still continue playing cricket. And of course, stay in school. That's the message that we keep sending out there.
The Thunder milking that total. They are 18 for 2 in 5 overs. They need just about 55 runs to win. Only 3 runs every over. But I think the key thing for them will be to keep their wickets so that they don't run out of options or resources in that chase. Akurut Asmin was the bowler from the estate end. Atimong Patricia comes into the attack and he picks the big wicket of Stefani Nampina. Stefani a bit very casual, just walking across her stumps, and she exposes her stumps. And once Atimong Patricia was able to get it in line, she's able to pick up. Atimong didn't even bowl in the first game. Probably Carol just took chance with her, but she's able to pick up a very, very big wicket. The wicket of Stephanie. Stephanie throwing away her wicket. She needs to learn how to bat for very long, Stephanie. But I see in the national team she's used tentatively. So probably some of the things are catching up with her, but she's a very, very good batter. And if she had stayed in for such a long time, she could have been able to create a threat. But as is right now, Irene Alumo is the one coming on to bat. And I'm sure the Titans must be motivated right now, knowing that most of the batters who are remaining, they can be able to deal with them. Timon Patricia, one of the young ones as well. I'm assuming Richard, because she hasn't been around for quite some time. But those are some of the new names I'm seeing in girls cricket, and I'm hoping she'll be one of the future stars for the Victoria Pearls.
Yeah, we look forward to that as well. She's an opening batter, by the way. She's coming in three for her team here, but in the previous tournament, she was opening the bat for the team, the side that she was playing with. She's a little weak. We're still working on her strength, but I would say she has the talent. She has the shots. She can play the drive, all those shots that most of the shots that I think a top order batsman should be able to execute. I'm actually surprised that, like you said, they have taken a chance with her to bowl. And the good thing, by the way, the ball was in, in the wicket, and it was just a matter of missing, and that is what we saw happening here. So I think this is again an opportunity for her to be able to show us what her side of bowling, and impressed if she can be able to put up something positive here as well. She's under 19, and before she gets onto the senior side, hopefully she can be able to display what she has when we have an opportunity to have the under 19 girls play as well.
That used to be Scovia Kello's favorite shot. Still is her favorite shot. But she's been away for quite some time, and she needs to take some time before she gets back in a groove. But she's a very, very, very good player, Akelo Scovia. And I feel that the time she's been away from the game, a lot of cricket clubs and also the Victoria Powers have missed her. They could have used her high experience and calmness in that middle order, could be able to help the team. Tries to go for a sweep shot. I don't know if it's wait to see what the umpire Patrick Makumbi indicates. Looked like a wide ball, but I think she was able to get some bat onto that. Not a bad over here from Atimong, who's a part-timer. Picks up a big wicket, but also doesn't give away a lot of runs. This is a good strategy from the Titans. They are shuffling around the bowlers. Whoever can pick up a wicket, I think they are being asked, can you pick a wicket? If you can't, put your hand up and we give you the ball. And that Timonga has answered the captain's call, because for them, they need to be dealing in wickets. They can't afford to deal in dot balls. But as is right now, since some of the good batters are out, it wouldn't be bad for Carol Namgenyi to think about bringing back the good bowlers so that you dot a few overs, and that now will put the pressure back onto the Thunder, because the Thunder use all their good batters at the top of the order, and all of them already back in the hat. The most experienced player, Scovia Akelo, is the only one who's out there in the middle, and is batting with the youngster Jimia Mohammed. Richard, you would like to tell us the team that does most of this work. I know the chairman, Felix, and yourself are based in Kampala. How big is your team on the ground to ensure that all these programs get running, and all these programs are running, and you know that you can be able to, things are able to happen without you guys necessarily being available on the ground?
The chairman, Felix Musana, is, as most of you know, is the founder and the chairman of the Soroti Cricket Academy. Very passionate about cricket, and he decided to give back this way. So yes, you're right. Felix and myself, actually Felix is the chairman of the Soroti Cricket Academy, but like I said, the academy has been expanding, so it's bigger than just the cricket component. There are things that we're also trying to do to make sure that we can get as many people coming on board, so that we can be able to increase our resource base. So we have what we also call the Soroti Cricket Academy Fans Club. The Soroti Cricket Academy Fans Club, there is a group, and we have so many people, including those that do not even understand or play cricket, but they are really passionate about what we are doing with the girls and this whole women empowerment aspect of it. So that group, the Fans Club, is the one that I head as the president. So I am the president of the Soroti Cricket Academy Fans Club, and then the academy itself is, of course, Felix, who is the chairman. Now, back in Soroti, the day-to-day activities, I would say, are run by an operations manager, Tembo Arnold, that most of you know very well. But we also have a head coach. One of the coaches here, Kakande, coaching one of the sides here, is the head coach. and he usually takes on the senior players. But we also have coaches that now work very, very closely with the under 19 team and those under 13. So there is also Apio. We are using Apio as a coach player, by the way. So she's helping out with under 13, the girls and boys. Then we have someone called Emma, who is now helping out with mainly under 15 and, of course, the boys aspect of the game. So the team is big. They are very committed. We have a team of very committed people down there back in Soroti that are running the academy. And for us this side, I would say it is really trying to give the academy that strategic direction, fundraise, and make sure that there are resources for us to be able to do this work comfortably.
Oh, very good work there. Much doing what they are supposed to be doing, picking up key wickets, and already 4 wickets down. The Thunder, Irene Alumo will join Akelo Scovia out in the middle. Jamia Muhammad losing her wicket there. The Thunder being their own enemy, this was their game to win, but they are making it very difficult for themselves, losing wickets in succession. They need a very good partnership, just about 20 runs for them to get going. But they will need someone to be able to go out there, to go out in the middle and stay in and do that work. Otherwise, right now, they're handing the initiative to the Titans, who are getting more comfortable and growing into this game. Kurut Asmin bowling to Irene Alumo. Good over from her. The Thunder are being asked some questions. They're yet to get good. They're yet to give very good answers. While the Titans, they're making sure they stay in the game so that they create opportunities for them to be able to pick up their first win of the day. They didn't do so well with the bat, but they're doing a very, very, very commendable job with the ball. And this could be an opportunity for them to pick up their first win of the tournament. The Elite League has 4 teams in it, as is Damani Hurricanes, the Northern Knights Warriors, Titans Cricket Club, and Thunder Cricket Club. But only one team will be declared the winner. The winning team will get their Christmas very early because they'll be able to win 2 million shillings. There are 13 players in each side, plus 1 coach. Quick maths there. 14 people divided by 12 by 2. Not a very good. See, that is something to go back home to Soroti with for the family. The games will continue again tomorrow here at the Lugogo Cricket Oval and also at Chambogo. And the action will conclude. The action given out. 5 wickets down. The Thunder, 5 wickets down. The Thunder, 5 wickets down, 25 for 5. Christine Anayo, the new batter for the Thunder cricket team. The Titans have come back very angry with the ball after not doing so well with the bat. And especially the youngsters, that slow bowling has caused problems for the Thunder batters. Timon Patricia has given away only 2 runs in her 1.2 overs and picked up 2 wickets. Akru Tasmin has given away 9 in her 2 overs and picked up a single wicket. So the 2 youngsters from Soroti are doing the business for Titans Cricket Club. Christine Anayo, the new batter who joins Kovia Akelo. They thought about taking that one, but in the end, there was no call at all. They just decided to stay wherever they are. Very, very attacking field here from Karo Namugenyi. They have only one person out of the circle, and she's patrolling that mid-wicket region, deep mid-wicket. Therefore, they are keeping it very tight. Take a quick one there, Anayo. Good fielding there from Shakira, and good backup from Walaza Sara. Good ball in there from Timon Patricia. 26 for 5. Thunder Cricket Club. 47 runs off 72 balls. Very easy for me here to mention, but very, very difficult job because they've lost 5 wickets, and those 5 wickets include some of their best players. So they will need to find a hero win from somewhere. And Karo Namugenyi goes to Sarah Kiteng. Sarah Kiteng, the only left-arm spinner I know in ladies cricket, but she's very, very good. She knows how to keep it tidy and also creates wicket-taking opportunities. Richard, maybe you could tell us as an academy what are some of have been some of the most outstanding achievements that you guys have been able to achieve as a group, and you're proud of. When you tell this story, everyone knows the impact that you've been able to make on the community in Soroti. Are you?
The cricket game, I would say, for most of these girls, has been a savior. And I can't imagine how many, for instance, pregnancies we've been able to save or avoid. I can't imagine how many forced marriages we've been able to avoid because we are keeping these girls busy here. That is back at home. But, I mean, even those that haven't yet gotten, say, the opportunity to be able to play for the national team, it's very motivational, it's very inspirational for them to see someone like Esther, for them to see someone like, for instance, Alumu, boarding that plane and flying out and things like that. So that alone, first of all, sends a very, very different message. So someone is going to say, you know what, if I make the wrong decision, then I'm going to miss out on these opportunities. So there's a lot of individual achievements. Proscovia Lako, for instance, when she went to, was it Zimbabwe where she scored that 100? And Rwanda, yes, it was news all over Soroti. All these things, when these girls win titles, for instance, when we still had Cricket Week, Girls Week, and those tournaments, and they go back home, it's like a huge, huge, huge achievement for the entire district, by the way, not just the girls. So that is on the cricket side. But for me, I want to look at it from a very, very deep perspective and all these other things that we've been able to do by keeping them in the game and then beginning to rethink some of the decisions, realizing that, you know what, I mean, this community and the people that I look up to as role models are probably border riders. But that is extremely unstrategic. It is being short-sighted. I can achieve more, way, way more than that. So that alone, and like I said, there are certain small things that we don't really look at, but these people getting the opportunity to travel to Kampala and having this different environment, I would say there's something different and positive that has been received back at home.
Wow. Small things in your world could mean the world to some other person's world. Sometimes just a trip to Kampala could be the world to them, could change their whole perspective about life and about how they are living their lives. Being, oh, Joyce Mary there with the howler. Ball going through her and they pick up a single. Maria Nyende Kagoya is going to work hard there with Christine Anayo if they are going to make sure they win this game for their team. Like I said, the way you approach 72 could be the difference between you winning the game or losing it. And right about now, 72 seems like a whole world away. Anayo walks to that delivery, but is not able to get good connection. And the ball just flies. And the ball just flies nice and easy to Timong Patricia. 7 wickets down here. Hey, 7 wickets down. The Thunder and the Titans are now having smiles in that huddle because at least they know they have their tails up. They can even afford to make a team huddle with smiles because they have their tails up. Eunice Kobusinje, the new batter. As is right now, the Thunder will not strike for the second time today. They were able to pick up a win in the first game, but this time the Titans have come out very different, especially after putting on a very small total of 72. They come out very, very positive, set very attacking fields, and they've been able to create opportunities for themselves and pick up wickets, which is very, very good stuff. The Thunder have 28 runs for 7. Eunice Kobusinje. Williams wants to get out twice. She nearly gave a catch and was also nearly run out because she ran without giving her partner Maria Nyende Kagoya a call. In Chambogo, thrilling game there in Chambogo. The Northern Knights Warriors only able to win by 8 runs. They set 147 for 3. Aziz Damani Hurricanes ended on 139 for 5. What a good game in Chambogo. Runs galore. Tough effort there. Rita Musamali scoring 47. And the returning Rita Nyangendo with 26 of 17. It's very, very good to see. Must have been an interesting game for those watching here. In contrasting fortune here, the Lugogo cricket over the afternoon game has been a low-scoring thriller. Because as is right now, the Thunder are 28 for 7. And Karo Namgenyi, I'm sure, is into the attack to try and wrap up the title. So therefore, at the Chambogo Cricket Oval, Aziz Damani Hurricanes won the first game in the morning, but the Northern Knights Warriors were able to bounce back in the afternoon. So that encounter has ended 1-1 for either side. Like I said, right on cue, Karo Namugenyi is just back to take care of the tail. Maria Nyende Kagoya playing all around that straight delivery and losing her wicket. I am certain now that the Titans will also be able to pick up their first win. So at the end of day one, each of the four franchise teams will have at least one win each. That will make day two very, very interesting. That will make day two very, very interesting because each side will have one win apiece. Day two at the Lugogo Cricket Oval, Aziz Damani Hurricanes will be taking on Thunder. And in Chambogo, the Titans will be taking on the Northern Knights. Another good ball there from Karo Namugenyi. Karo Namugenyi is a master bowler. Karo is one of the bowlers who have mastered the art of bowling. She can hit that good length all day long without getting tired. Therefore, she will be making sure she's bowling to... Ooh, another good delivery from her. Karo spent some time away from the game, but the way she bowls, you may think like she has never gone away. The new batter for the Thunder is Amenyo Natasha. And Karo is all in her business. You miss, I hit, is what is happening out there in the middle. Another good ball there from Karo. She's making sure it's wicket to wicket. You miss, I hit stuff. Karo, one of the bowlers I know in ladies cricket. It's very, very difficult for her to bowl a wide ball because she knows where she wants to bowl and she will always bowl there. Kobsinje is batting for the Kobsinje is batting for the Thunder. Kobsinje bowls with left but bats with right. Very, very rare to find purely left-handed players. Kai's that one. There's no one interested in it and just drops in the middle. The wicket keeper should always be going for such chances. But Esther Ilukol was thinking that the ball Sarah Kiteng is going to come for it. And neither of them goes for it. Difficult to see there. But Esther Ilukol needs to know those are always everything within that 15-yard mark is for the wicket keeper. So you call out loud and you say that this is mine, so that no one is even bothered to come for it. But as a wicket keeper, you're the one with the safest hands on the ground. You cannot be leaving that responsibility to other players. So it's always important that the wicket keeper calls out loud. You should always be the most interested party. Sarah Walaza doing a good job keeping that to just one. I don't know if Eunice Kobusinje and Natasha are interested in going for the win, or they are just delaying the inevitable. Sarah Kiteng has bowled very, very well. But all the slow bowlers, Atimong Patricia, this time Eunice goes very hard and goes over Evelyn Anyipo at mid-on. And they will pick up 2 runs. Don't forget, made possible by the Prodigal Group. If you have an event, live sports event that you need coverage for, do not be shy to contact them for them to give you very, very good service. These guys know what they're doing. Karo Namugenyi back into the attack. The action will continue again, same time here at the Lugogo Cricket Oval, as the Thunder will be taking on the Aziz Damani Hurricanes. And the Northern Knights will take on the Titans at Chambogo Cricket Oval. The games at the Lugogo Cricket Oval all will have a live stream on the UCA YouTube channel. Natasha continues to deny Karo Namugenyi. Karo thought the ball had even gone through her defense, but she continues to frustrate Karo Namugenyi. But I must tell you, knowing Karo, she's not going to leave that bowling mark until she gets through and is able to pick up a wicket. But a good experience as well for players like Natasha, all the way from Soroti. She comes here and gets to face bowlers of the quality of Karo Namugenyi. That will test her skill. And when she comes back next year, she must be thinking that when she goes back to Soroti, she must be thinking, this is what I need to work on to be able to raise my level and face bowlers like Karo Namugenyi. Good work there, good cricket, good shot from Natasha, and good fielding from Shakira Sadiq. Very good work there from Timong. Misunderstanding in the middle. And unfortunate Natasha loses her wicket right out. Very good work there from Timong Patricia. She was alert to the danger. And she's able. Good recovery from her after stopping that ball. She just made sure she throws the right end. The call between Eunice and Natasha, very, very poor. In the end, Natasha loses her wicket. Teddy for the Thunder. Ah, the Titans pick up their first win of the day. Teddy Ayala helpless in that effort against Evelyn Anyipo. On day one, all games, all the four franchise teams, each one of them pick up a win. The Titans winning this afternoon after losing in the morning. And at Chambogo Cricket Oval, the Hurricanes won in the morning against the Northern Knights Warriors. But the Warriors came back in the afternoon, put on a very big total. Hurricanes came after it, but they were not able to get over the line and winning by 8 runs. And here at the Lugogo Cricket Oval in the afternoon, the Titans winning by 39 runs. Very, very good cricket from the ladies today, and a much improvement from the tournament last year that was really affected by COVID. This time the girls look better prepared and they are in good shape, so they are able to execute their skills much better. The Titans, we thought they had scored, they put on a very low total, but 72 in the end had seemed like 150. They were able to make sure they back it up with the ball. Carol Namgenyi with her side coming out very, very attacking in the afternoon, as they were able to clean up the Thunder and pick up that win by 39 runs. That's the end of day one action. We are privileged to have the president of the Soroti Cricket Fans Club with us for this game, Richard Oluka, who has explained a lot about what's happening down there, how they've been able to produce these amazing talents who've come out here and played very well. And Timon Patricia and Lon and Asmin Akurut have been very, very instrumental in the wins for their side. We'll be able to meet tomorrow here again, same time. 2 games will be happening on this ground again. The Thunder will be taking on the Aziz Damani Hurricanes here at the Lugogo Cricket Oval, while the Northern Knights Warriors will take on the Titans at Chamberlain Cricket Oval. I tell you, do not forget, this production was being brought to you by the Podgal Group, who have done an excellent job to give you a very good quality picture as you enjoy the action. Thank you very much, wherever you've been watching the action from. Wish you a very lovely evening and also a good night. captain of the Titans Cricket Club. You put on a very small total, 72 in the afternoon. But what attitude did you come out with for you to be able to defend that total?
Well, I revised on my bowlers I had, and I made sure we bowled to the money. I revised on the bowlers I had, and I had to bowl to the money, and I had to give I had to forget about the morning game. I had studied, like I told you, I just come back, so I've studied my bowlers, so I knew who can do what at what point. That is why.
Uh, is a part-time bowler. Was it the maybe try and able to be able to win the game?
She's not actually a part-time bowler. In the morning, she looked timid, and the fact that it's her first elite game, and she's a new girl, so they told me she actually bowls so well. I tried it out, and for me, that is why.
All right, a good day for you to pick up one win despite losing in the morning. What game you tomorrow against Northern Knights Warriors?
Well, my batsmen are not really bad, but I think the other opponent had better bowlers than us. Though in the afternoon we had to pick up, and for tomorrow's plan, I'd make sure I'll use my best bats ladies to come on top. Because this time around I've been shuffling. I was not sure of who is coming what. That is why it was on point, right?
It's good, and of course bowling very well. Uh, back at a very
Well, I'm so excited I'm back, and yeah, and I think I'm going to get back to my normal bowling because I'm struggling a bit, but I'm sure by the end of this elite league I'll be up there.
thank you very much, Karen. Good luck tomorrow. Scovia Kello. Scovia Kello, one of first of all, I think we missed you as cricket. How did it feel for you to be back playing after quite some time?
This was one of the best experience I've had. It has been a long 7 to 8 years. All the time we have been out there craving and desiring to come and play cricket, but we are very fortunate. We have been called and we have been given the opportunity to come and play.
Okay, getting back to the game, 72 runs seemed like a very small total. What happened to you, the Thunder? The Thunder was not able to strike for the second time today.
Um, I would say the people who are supposed to, we didn't play our roles as expected. We were supposed to bat and play out the overs, but unfortunately we did not. We fell short as the batsmen. The bowlers definitely did an amazing job, but we failed the team as batsmen, and that's something we are going to sit back, evaluate, and make tomorrow better.
All right. What are some of the lessons you've taken out of day one? You've picked up a win despite losing the second game in the afternoon. What are some of the things you need to do better tomorrow for to be able to be winners by the end of the elite league?
Personally, we have shared with the team. I think we just need to stick on the wicket. The more we keep on dropping wickets here and there, we definitely won't win the games. So all the batsmen have been encouraged to always stick on the wicket, and that's what you're going to be doing.
Thank you very much, Scovia, and good luck to the Thunder tomorrow when you take on the Aziz Damani Hurricanes.